Boker Tov, Yeladim.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom, Rabbi. Shalom, Rabbi.
How is everybody this morning?
Good.
Good.
Everybody good? Good.
Yep.
Yep. I heard a yep. All right, let's see who we got here. Everybody turn on the camera. All right. Who should we have start with us today? Let's go with Sinclair Land. Adrian's going to pray. Sinclair's going to do the Shema. And Riette's going to do the 10 Commandments.
Lord, I thank you and praise you that we may do this 4 days a week, that we may learn more about your word, your Torah, and what you have commanded us to do. I pray that we may attain wisdom in this time. I thank you and praise you. Amen. Shema Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Vayed. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one God. 10 Commandments.
I am the Lord who brought you off the land of Egypt. You shall not make idols for yourself. Do not use my name in vain. Do not honor Shabbat and keep the Shabbat. Honor your father and mother. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not lie, and thou shalt not covet.
All right, everybody give Riette a big hand. The big hand. Speaking of hands, we're going to be talking about hands today. Ew, look at that picture. That looks like Dayon coming out of the bathroom. Ah! That looks like Doralina coming out of the bathroom. Ah! That looks like Nana's hair in the morning. Ah! All right, so let's read it. Marley, since your mic is unmuted, why don't you guys read verse 11?
We still can't see it.
Oh, yeah, you can't see it. Adrian, what are you doing over there? I thought you were supposed to be tech
The
boy.
microphone, Adrian.
If you tell me the verses, I'll look it up.
Well, we'll just read it from the page. But I want you to figure out how to see the slides like everybody else can.
I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
Okay, so go up in the view. Let's see if we got it in view. Okay, in view, the fourth one from the left, you gotta do thumbnails and fit to width and show participants video, and you gotta find which one there also to see the slides.
So
All
click
right.
participants?
Well, the participant, can you see everybody?
Yeah, I'm on the web browser.
Well, are you in the window that popped up? Because you're supposed to be in that window. All right, I'll have to work with you after class. All right. All right, let's see. Let's see who we got here this morning. Let's see who can read verse 11. Michael Lemeland, read verse 11.
If the person
Nice and loud.
If the person with the defects
closer to the microphone, Michael. Now read verse 11, Vayikra 15, verse 11.
The charge failed to reach him, hand
Rinse.
raised his hand in water before touching someone. That person is to wash his clothing and
Close.
clothes and
Michael,
that
going back to public school has really done you very bad. Well, then again, it is New York State, the worst state in the union except for California. Michael, you got to practice your reading, pal. Can you see the screen? Is it blurry or anything?
no.
It's not good, Mike. You used to be better when we were homeschooling. Okay, I'm going to show you a homeschooler. Lev, read verse 11. Read it with feeling and show Michael what he's missing by being able to read the words on a page. On a page.
If the person with the discharge fails to rinse his hands in water before touching someone, that person is to wash his clothes and bathe himself in water. He will be unclean until evening.
Very good, Lev. That's what a homeschooler, Michael, is all about. You know, we're teaching you how to read and stuff like that. So encourage your parents to, you say you want to do homeschool. Michael, you can do it yourself because you can practice. You know, you used to be much better, Michael. Okay, so now we're talking about hands. Everybody show me your hands. Put your hands up. Ew! Ew! That's gross. Ellie Shaver, put your hands up. Ellie Shaver, put your hands up. Ew! Ew, they got all germies on them. Okay, now we got to figure out what a word is again. Discharge. Okay, Arlena, can you remind us what the word discharge is? We talked about it in the beginning of the week, Miss Arlena. It's Arlena Farlena. Miss Arlena, you're frozen. Tell me what the word discharge is, Miss Arlena. Arlena, are you there, Arlena? This is ground control to Arlena. Did you eat breakfast, Arlena?
No?
Actually, no.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Lev, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Discharge means you have to wash your hands.
Well, can you tell me what the word discharge means?
Discharge.
I've been talking about it all week, little lady.
Discharge means you have to wash your hands and clothes.
Okay, you have to wash your hands, but you're still not telling me what discharge is. Jeremiah, was it Bullfrog? He's got his hand up.
Good morning, Rabbi.
Good morning, Mr. Jeremiah. Did you eat breakfast this morning?
Good.
Yes, did you eat breakfast?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, how's your brain working, boy?
Good.
Your brain's not working. You got nothing in your head to get your brain going. Did you go to the bathroom this morning?
Here.
Your breakfast is right there. You're having oatmeal or something?
No, Cheerios.
Cheerios. Cheerios, big. Yeah. It's not small. No. Okay, so you had your hand up, Mr. Jeremiah.
Yes. Discharge means that is something is in your body that that you're not supposed to, and then your body will try to take it out by like vomiting, have diarrhea.
Okay, so discharge is good or bad? Jeremiah?
Bad.
Bad. All right. Okay, so now we got, okay, mute Jacob. Okay, so discharge. Now, what does it mean to rinse our hands? Let's start with the little people, the little persons. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got a big crowd. We got a big crowd. We got a big crowd. Okay. Yeshua, what does it mean to rinse your hands? Nana, look at that hair in the morning. Whee!
Rinse your hand is washing. You wash your hands.
We wash the bird's hands.
Your bathroom.
How do we wash our hands? Show me, guys. Show me, Lara, how you guys wash your hands.
You put soap first, and then you wash your hands.
You just do it like this?
No, we just go like this and like this.
Oh, wait. You got to move it. Nana's head's in the way. Show me your hand.
Sammy,
Okay.
do it also.
All right. So, everybody, let me see here. Our Dion, show me how you wash your hands, Dion.
I first put water, then I put soap, then I put water again, then I dry them.
So you just put soap and then you wash the
No,
soap?
water first, then soap, then water, then I dry them.
Well, show me how you do it. Make believe you're doing it. Show me your hands. I'm looking for something. Okay, so you're going around the top like this?
No, I put it straight, then I move them around.
And you move it like this, and then on the top?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see. Sheva, Elisheva, how do you wash your hands? Show me how you wash your hands, little lady. You got to unmute so it makes your picture big. Say something so your picture gets big on my screen. You're gonna have to log out and log back in again. Okay. Riet, show me how you unmute Riet and show me how you wash your hands, Riet.
Well, I put water, then I put soap on, then I do in between my fingers and all around. Then I rinse them, and then I shake them in the sink, then I dry my hands.
Okay. Okay, that was very good. All right, let's see. Lev, show me how you wash your hands.
First, I put soap. Then I go like this, and then I go like this, and then I go like this, and then I keep doing this, and then I wash my hands, and then shake them in the sink, and then wash my hands. Yeah, I make soap bubbles like this. She puts the soap. Sometimes I play.
Soap bubbles. Bubbles of soap. Soap bubbles.
You wet your hands and then rub the soap between your hands. And then you go like this and then blow softly and then bubbles.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. All right, now let's see. One more. Because we got a couple of good answers and a couple of answers. Let's make sure. Let's see. We good at a young person. All right, Jeremiah, show me how you wash your hands, Mr. Jeremiah. Unmute your microphone so your picture gets big. And then lift up your hands before the camera so we can see how you wash your hands. Make a noise.
Hi.
All right, show us how you wash your hands.
So I wet my hands, then I put soap, then I rub soap all over my hands, and between my fingers, and then I put my hands in the water to get out all the soap. After that, I just dry my hands.
Okay, very good, guys. Now the key here is that when you're washing your hands, okay, you wet your hands, you put them under the faucet. Okay, you put them under the faucet, and then you put the soap in your hand, and you wash your hands, but then you gotta make sure that you go in between your fingers. Okay? Then go around again, and then in between your fingers, and make sure you don't forget your thumbs. Okay, because I saw everybody doing this, but I didn't see you washing your thumbs. Okay, it's very important to go in between your fingers because look at the picture, everybody. Those of you that can see the picture, okay, you got lots of germs on your body. So if you go to the bathroom, you go number 2, you go poo, okay, then you're gonna have germs on your hand, even though you use paper, okay? You know, there's lots of germs that you can't see with your eyeballs. We would see in them, you know, under a microscope and stuff. And then let's say you got germs on your hand, and you go, "Oh, I got an itch on my nose," and you go like this on your nose, and you don't use a tissue, but instead you use your fingers. You go, "Oh, I got an itch," and then what was on your finger from going to the bathroom or from a discharge, if you're vomiting or something like that, goes up your nose. And then it goes into your what's called respiratory system. Everybody say respiratory. Everybody say respiratory. Your breathing system. Everybody go. Everybody go. And when your dad comes out of the bathroom, you go, ew, right? Everybody go, ew, Dad, oh, Dad blew up the bathroom. Dad blew up the bathroom. Ew, somebody light a match. Ew, Dad blew up the bathroom. Especially when Ellie Shaver's daddy comes out of the bathroom. Ellie Shaver go, ew, Dad, you blew up the bathroom. Dad blew up the bathroom.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Oh, good. Say, ew, daddy.
Go, ew, Daddy blew up the bathroom.
Right? Can you?
All right. So that's called your respiratory system when you're breathing in. So let's say you got boogers and itties on your fingers because you go and poop and then like you got a little poo on your hand. Okay, you got some poo on your hand because you had diarrhea. Okay, and the diarrhea you got to wipe off your butt. Yes, Yeshua. You're waving your hand, Yeshua.
It's okay. Explain.
Like that.
Okay. So you got poo on your hand because we're talking about a discharge. Well, what was discharge? Vomiting, blood from your nose or blood from somewhere, diarrhea. Okay, diarrhea when it comes out of your buttocks, real liquidy. Okay. So God is telling us in His Word, Jehovah is telling us in the Torah, you gotta rinse your hands real good. Okay, real good because you know that diarrhea, that vomiting or whatever bad stuff is coming out of you is not good. Okay, now let's read the verse again. Okay, Jacob, read verse 11.
If the person with the discharge fails to rinse his hands in water before touching someone, that person is to wash his clothes and bathe himself in water. He will be unclean until evening.
So let's get this straight, Jacob. So if you don't wash your hands in water and you got vomit or poo on your hands or diarrhea on your hands and you didn't wash your hands and you touch me, that means I gotta go bathe myself.
Yes.
Why? I'm not the one with the vomit or diarrhea. I gotta take a bath. I just took one, man.
You gotta take it again because that person spreaded the germs to you.
That person should be beaten in the head with a banana peel. Dayon, why do I gotta wash why do I gotta wash my clothes? Why do I gotta take another shower or bath? What? Because you had poo on your hands?
Because you're gonna get germs on yourself.
I got germs on me? You're muted.
I touch you.
You touched me? How did your germs get on me?
They spread.
They spread. Let me see here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Victoria, and then Benjamin. Victoria and then Benjamin. Victoria, why do I gotta wash myself and put my clothes in the laundry?
Because now you're unclean. You got the germs that the person like used the bathroom and they didn't wash their hands.
But I can't see the germs.
Yeah, they're really small, but they're there. Like
They're really small. Are you sure they're there?
yeah, you can't see them.
Oh man, that's silly.
They're really thin. I think if you put like a UV light, you can see like on top of your hand, you can see like kind of like where the dirty spots are.
A UV light. They had those in the desert when we were walking in the desert after we left Egypt.
No, but like now you can see like where it's dirty on your hands or something.
I was gonna say, where are you gonna plug it in? I guess it was a solar light. All right, Benjamin, then Lev, Benjamin. Shouldn't we hit the person with a banana peel that's getting everybody sick? What are we talking about these germs here? I can't see germs.
Well, you can't see them, but we know it's there because all the stuff that you've been doing. Maybe you've been playing outside and like you didn't wash your hands when you came back in. Maybe you were playing with dirt. There's a lot of bugs outside, so there's a lot of germs outside as well. But you can't see them, but they're there. Maybe you can use a microscope to see them. I guess maybe.
You gotta put them on a microscope? Do they have those in the desert?
Oh. No, but like there is a lot of germs, so maybe in the desert they found a well. Maybe God let them do a well, like in a city, and they washed their hands.
Okay. So Dan, are you trying to show us something, Dan? What are you trying to show us, Dan? You're muted. I'll unmute you.
The things that are on my hands.
How are you doing that?
On the telephone.
You have a magnifying glass on your telephone?
No, I got a picture thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think they had those in the desert. I don't think you have it at the congregation. All right, Lev, how does this germ that I can't see get from one person? Why do I gotta wash my clothes and take a whole other bath and wait? I had to go, and now I got to take a bath because you forgot to wash your hands.
To prevent you have to take a bath again to prevent you from getting sick.
How do you think that'll make you feel, Lev?
Feel about what?
Well, say Kevin Lemma got sick at congregation. Let's say Kevin got sick, okay, and he went to the bathroom, and then we later found out that he had diarrhea or something like that. Really bad diarrhea. He ate a bad taco. Okay? And then he came out of the bathroom and he didn't wash his hands. And you guys were playing tag, and he tagged you. And then later on, we found out he was sick, but he didn't. So that means you got to leave congregation, go all the way home, and take a bath because Kevin didn't wash his hands.
Yup.
That stinks.
But but my dad will have to drive 1 hour back over to the country just for me to take a bath.
Do you think it's better to do that or get sick?
It's better to take a shower instead of getting sick, because sick is not fun. Because when I had the hands, foot, and mouth disease, it was terrible.
So, and somebody was sick and didn't tell everybody?
Yeah, then you wouldn't know that you were sick if they touched you.
So everybody got sick in your house because somebody didn't follow what God told us to do?
Mm-hmm. Say it again. Yep.
That was not right. So did that disease hurt? Did that hoof and mouth disease, horsey mouth, potty mouth, did that hurt?
So yeah, it's hands, foot, and mouth disease.
What did you get?
Potty mouth?
What did you
Said
get?
the opposite thing. Rabbi, my baby sister said the wrong thing. The opposite thing. She said no.
Oh, well, we got to teach her. All right, raise your hand down. No speaking out of turn. Okay. Hi, Sada. Sada. Okay. So, Lev, go ahead.
Where it hit me mostly is my hands and feet.
Well, it hit you in the hoofs.
It didn't hit me on the hoofs. I don't have hoofs. I'm not a horse. I'm not a horse.
Okay. All right. So, everybody, now, Lev makes a very good point. Somebody at the congregation, one of the kids got sick. Okay. And it went to a lot of people in the congregation because the kids were playing and they were sick and they had this disease and they failed to rinse their hands and their bodies and they were sick. They were supposed to be separated, like we were talking about this week. Now, lots of the families got sick and lost a couple of days of time, and it was very painful. Okay, so here in verse 11 again, the person with the discharge fails. What does it mean, fails to rinse? What does it mean to fail? Arlena, let's see if you can get this word. Arlena, what does it mean to fail?
Fail means you didn't wash your hands.
Fail means you didn't wash your hands. Can you use another example of the word fail?
Like, and you didn't pick up you didn't wash your dishes.
Oh, you failed to wash your dishes. Meaning you didn't do it.
Yeah, because you just sit down and just go to bed. You didn't wash the dishes first.
Okay, very good, Arlena. Very good. Okay, so now if the person with the discharge fails to rinse his or her hands in water before touching someone, that person is to wash his clothes and bathe himself in water. He'll be unclean until evening. Okay, let's go to the little bit older kids. Let's go maybe to Allie Mae. Allie Mae. Why unclean until evening? Why only unclean until evening?
Probably because after sundown, it's the end of the day, and until evening, like until like till sundown. So by the end of the day, you're not unclean anymore.
Why not 2 days? Why just until sundown?
Um, um, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, let's see. Uh, Jacob, why do you think only until evening?
Because since the end of Shabbat was until evening, then maybe that's why it's until evening.
Yeah, but why until evening? Why not 2 or 3 days? Or 7 days like we saw with the other leprosy? If the person getting touched is unclean until evening.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know. Let's see if Tiffany knows. Tiffany, let's see if it was somebody who's a little bit older knows, can give us an idea. Why it was only until evening.
I don't, bro. I can't tell you an answer because I really don't know. I guess I never asked. I just listen that it always says at sundown. So I was like, all right, sundown. I never asked why.
Tiffany, what grade do you go? What grade in high school are you going into?
Well, I don't see how that does with this.
Well, what grade are you supposed to be going into this?
9.
Ninth grade. Do you take any science classes?
Yes, I do take science, but
Do you
I
take
that goes with this. But okay.
what?
I said I'm not sure. Well, I thought we were talking about Bible because I'm not sure why it says until sundown.
Well, I'm going to tell you in a minute, but there's a lot of more information because, we're talking about the Bible, but see, God is a mathematician. Jehovah is a chemist. He's a physicist. Lila, how are you this morning, Lila? Would you like to answer the question or would you like to take off in your airplane? Or maybe you can be a jet this morning. I do like the propeller airplanes, though. You having a good day, Lila? You having a good day? Did you eat breakfast? Did you have some toast or something? Or are you eating Cheerios like Jacob and Jeremiah?
She's just watching you talk.
No, so you're going into ninth grade. Well, it is that you're in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia has a wonderful school system. Okay. Let's see if the senior in high school, Mr. Ariel Lopez. Mr. Lopez, right? Mr. Lopez, is that correct, Mr. Lopez?
Yes.
Is that an EZ or an ES?
Easy.
Easy. Okay, I'm gonna give you an easy question. Okay, now why my good lad, the one that's going into a senior in high school, why would it only be unclean until evening? Because then maybe we can meet Miss Consuelo, our scientific expert, to maybe give us a little insight why it would only be until evening.
So that he won't spread it to other people. So
But
that
why until evening, dear boy?
Because that's when all the bacteria goes to sleep. I don't know.
Well, you got the right word. You're focusing in the right area.
Oh. Oh.
See, it's because you're washing all your clothes in the same. You're not watching the blacks separately. You don't know what it's doing to the material.
so.
Now, do you know how to iron, Tiffany? All right. Now, Miss Consuelo, who's almost got her master's degree in science, what do you think is happening with? Maybe Miss Consuelo can explain it to us a little bit about what until evening and what happens to bacteria over a certain amount of time. Miss Consuelo, can you give us a little insight, Miss Dinnerman, Miss Consuelo Dinnerman? You got to unmute. I'll unmute you. Go ahead, dearest.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, dearest.
Okay. There are certain bacteria and certain viruses that have a lifespan. So basically, they stay until sunset. It also depends. It depends on the bacteria and the virus that the person is carrying. If nothing occurs past 24 hours, you're perfectly fine. But if it's not, then you have to be separated for a couple of days because you could get other people sick.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss Consuelo.
You're welcome.
Okay. The bacteria has a lifespan. Okay. And if it's not in a dark place, if it's not moist, it'll only last a certain amount of time outside the body. So if somebody touches you, that means it's on the clothing, so it's going to get light, it's going to get temperature, so it's going to die. But we won't know that until about evening because you're going to start to show symptoms. Everybody say symptoms. Okay, Mia had her hand up. Mia, did you want to add something to this? Mia Wiachiapia?
I was pretty much gonna say what Miss Connie said anyway. Yeah, I was gonna say what Miss Connie was saying.
Okay, very good. All right, so here, Jacob's got his hand up again. Jacob he's got his Cheerios in his brain and is going all around. Mr. Jacob?
You already said it.
You already said it, but you just had your hand up again.
No, because like I was gonna say that like before that, like if you go to bed, right, then the germs will spread on the bed, and if someone else goes on the bed, the germs will spread there.
But why until evening? Why are you unclean until evening? Because you gotta wear a red bow, or you gotta have something. You have to put your hand over your mouth and say unclean, unclean.
No.
Yeah, if you're in congregation or you're in marketplace, you have to say unclean. You have to put your hand over your mouth and say unclean, unclean. But we have the red bow to tell us that, so you don't have to say unclean. But why until evening? Jacob?
Because, like, let's say if you go to bed after evening, then the germs will spread on your bed.
No, wait. Jeremiah got sick. He came out of the bathroom, he had diarrhea. And he didn't wash his hands, and he says, Jacob, and he touches you, then you're unclean until evening. So why are you unclean until evening?
Because until evening, the germs die and germs only like dark. So evening is when the light ends. So if you keep on having it like the next day, the germs will come back because germs like dark and moist areas.
They're like dark, moist areas, okay? David Vicente, is David there? Dayon, is your brother there?
Nope. He wants my dad to work.
Okay, good. He's working. That's good. Victoria, why are you unclean until evening, but after evening comes, you're clean again?
I really don't know. I think it's because like Jacob said, maybe like they'll stay in the sun and then at night they'll go away or something. I guess.
Well, you weren't listening to what Miss Consuelo said. Okay, let's see. Adrian. Adrian's missing. Okay. Riette, why are you unclean until evening?
Well, what I wanted to say was Adrian actually went to the bathroom.
I hope he washes his hands when he comes out. Before he comes out.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, I think the reason was just explained but I didn't actually know the answer.
Well, can you tell us now that you know the answer?
Yeah, because apparently, the germs like the dark, moist areas, but like then the germs will come back the next day.
Well, they won't. What Miss Consuelo said. Miss Consuelo is a scientist. Okay. The germs only have a certain lifespan. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say a lifespan?
Yes.
Okay, so lifespan is from a certain time period of time. Okay, so they'll die in a certain amount of time. So you're unclean until evening. So here, if you're not showing symptoms, what symptoms would you show if somebody touched you after they went to the bathroom and they had diarrhea? What symptoms might you show during that time span if you were going to get sick?
Well, maybe I would if I was touched by someone who already had diarrhea and stuff like that, then maybe I would start having that problem in a couple of days, like 2 or 3.
Well, if it's saying until evening, would you maybe show the symptoms by evening?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why the Lord is saying you're unclean until evening, because here he's saying that because you would start to show symptoms, so your belly would be going, oh, you know, you'd probably be burping a lot, and then you might have to go to the bathroom once, and your poop might be regular poop, but then you're still not feeling like you're feeling like, I just don't feel well. Just want to lay here on the couch. I want to watch some television. I don't even want to read a book. I just want to sit here on the couch. And then you got to go to the bathroom again because you go, and then all of a sudden you go to the bathroom and then your poop comes out and it's all liquid. Okay, so you're unclean. You'll show those symptoms. Okay, the viruses only have a lifespan of a short period of time. Okay, or if it's vomiting, and vomiting is very contagious. So here, the person didn't wash their hands after their vomit. They came out about, and then they touch you. So you're unclean until evening. Okay, everybody understand that? Everybody give me a thumbs up if you understand what was taught.
It's an endless game of tag.
Yeah, an endless game of sick tag. That's right, sick tag. And that's no fun. Regular tag is fun. Sick tag is no fun. All right, I'm going to mute you guys. We're going to move on to the next part here. Tiffany and Aria, we're going to have to go back to Miss Consuelo's science class. We're going to get you Tiffany. Where is Tiffany? There she is. Tiffany. Do you understand it now, Tiffany? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a thumbs sideways.
I understand it now.
Very good. Ariel, do you understand it, Mr. I'm going to be a senior? Okay, Mr. Ariel. Mr. Ariel, read verse 12, please.
If the person with the discharge touches a clay pot, it must be broken. If he touches a wooden utensil, it must be rinsed in water.
Okay. Tiffany. Why is the clay pot got to be broken and the wood utensil washed?
Well, because, like, all right, hold up. I got this one. I read it once. When we were talking about the mold, I read it. It's like with mold. Is it like? Hold on, I'm gonna give an explanation. Like with mold.
What grade are you in?
Wait, let me give an explanation.
You just did the Benjamin. Wait.
Well, I'm gonna do the Benjamin if you guys don't let me continue. All right, like
Leia,
with mold,
you're next, Leia.
like with mold in the bathroom, it grows. You can usually when you have mold, some people will take the tiles out and wash them because of the material it is. But if you get mold on like a wooden chair or carpet, you can't remove mold from that material, so it has to be thrown away.
But it's saying the wooden utensil is not to get thrown away. It's washed.
Yes, but I'm saying maybe it's depending on the type of bacteria or virus you have. That some materials like say if it's, I don't know, plastic or something else, they can be removed or washed with. But some materials it just can't be removed from, and it's permanently damaged, like clay. But with wood, I guess you just have to wash it real good.
Okay, you're on the right track. You're definitely on the right track. Adrian, did you wash your hands? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay. All right, Tiffany's on the right track. Leia, why do we gotta throw away the clay pot?
What I thought was that the germs that you touched on the clay pot, like we were talking about how germs have a lifespan, that the germs that you touch the clay pot, the germ would be on it, so you have to break it. I think it's like what Tiffany said, depending on the bacteria.
No, it doesn't say that in the scripture. It says if a person with a discharge touches a clay pot, it must be broken. It doesn't say if he has diarrhea. It just says discharge. But the spoon and the wooden spatula doesn't have to be broken. It just has to be washed. What's the difference between the clay pot and the wooden utensil?
I don't know.
The clay pot and the wooden utensil.
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's see. Allie Mae, what's the difference between the clay pot and the wooden utensil?
The clay pot, it will absorb the sickness or disease, but the wooden won't. So you you have to break the pot.
Say that again, please. Say that again.
The clay pot will absorb the sickness or disease, and you'll have to break the pot. But the wooden spoon won't absorb it.
Okay, that was very good, Allie Mae. Mia, give me your understanding of between the clay pot and the wooden utensils.
Okay, the clay pot is porous, which means that it has holes all over it. Tiny little holes. Kind of like how our skin is porous, which is how the sweat comes out of our skin. So, like our skin, a clay pot is porous. Clay is porous, which has holes, tiny holes, and like what Ali said, it's gonna absorb the bacteria. In other words, the bacteria will have places to hide. So it'll have shelter. While the wooden utensil doesn't have any pores. So you just have to rinse it because there's no place for the bacteria to hide. So it's just staying on top. You're muted, Rabbi.
Sorry. Victoria, that was a good answer, Mia. Victoria, what is the difference between the clay pot and the wooden utensil? And then I'm coming back to you, Tiffany.
The clay pot it absorbs the sickness the sickness, and it absorbs things, and the wooden it stays with the germs.
Say that again, Victoria, please.
The clay pot it absorbs things like sickness or like just absorbs things, and the wooden thing it just like stays with the germs.
Why does the clay pot absorb it? What is it? What is another word for the type of material the clay pot is? Victoria.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. All right, let's go back to Tiffany, the 9th grader. Oh, wait. Before we go back to Tiffany, we'll give her a break. Jennifer Lemma. Jeffeter. Are you there, Jeffeter?
Yes.
What grade are you supposed to be in, Miss Jeffeter?
I'm going to 9.
9th grade. Let's see. Now, can you tell me the difference between the clay pot and the wooden utensil?
I think like the clay pots, like when you touch it, it goes on the pot, and like it doesn't get out when you wash it, so you have to throw it out. But like with the wooden utensils, it's like you could just wash it out and it's just gone from the utensils.
Well, why do you gotta throw away the clay pot? Can't you just wash the clay pot? But you gotta. It says break the clay pot and wash the wooden utensils. So what's the difference between the material between the clay pot and the wooden utensils, Jennifer?
Maybe because like
That fine New York school system. Is Kevin there with you guys?
Yes.
Oh, Kevin is there. Kevin, how are you doing this morning, Kevin?
Good.
I can't see you. Okay, Kevin, what's the difference between the wood and the clay pot? Do you know what the difference is?
Because the clay pot is made of clay and the wooden spoon is made of wood.
Okay, they're made of different materials. What would happen? Why does God say break the clay pot if the person with the discharge touches a clay pot, but he just says wash the wood and stuff?
Because on the clay pot it might not come out.
Okay, it might not come out. Well, what's the difference? Do you know what the word is between what the clay is? It begins with a P. Tiffany, you're next. Sarah's got a menorah. Just carrying the menorah around. All right. All right. Jeremiah wants to help you out, Kevin. Jeremiah. No, Jacob. I don't know Jacob's hand.
So the clay pot, I think that it's made out of natural rock, and natural rock absorbs things.
Natural rocks absorb things? Clay is a rock?
Clay is made from natural rock.
No.
Rock absorbs it.
Clay is not rocks. It is something else. Sand is rocks.
Natural.
Clay, what was Adam made of?
Dirt.
And what is clay?
Dirt.
Okay, clay is not a rock, it is a dirt. But if you dry out the dirt, what happens to the dirt? Like sometimes in the summer, do you have a backyard?
Yes.
What happens like last summer we had a drought. What happened to the dirt?
It became wet.
No, a drought. What is a drought?
It dries up.
It dries up. And what did the dirt look like?
It looked all dry. It looked all dry.
Okay, it became hard, right?
Yes.
Okay, so clay is hard dirt, but it's not a rock. Okay, last person, Tiffany. Oh, you wait. Yeshua's waving his hand. Tiffany's like, yes, somebody else is talking. Okay, Yeshua, then Mia's waving her hand. And Allie's waving her hand. Okay, Yeshua?
Little holes. Paris. Little
Porous.
hole.
Porous. Very good, Yeshua. Everybody give yourself a hand. Very good, Yeshua. Very good. Okay. Mia had her hand up.
Clay is pretty much just mud. It's just mud. Just
Asher.
Yeah.
Asher. Check it, Bavakasha.
He stayed surprised. Well, the clay pot is just mud, just all finished up, all finished like with a nice smooth finished coating, pretty much, and a different color than usually the brown mud. And for a drought, the dirt just becomes rock hard. It takes a little work to dig it up.
Okay. Let's use this example, guys. Okay. So in the summertime, sometimes we get a drought and we don't get rain. Okay. And the clay becomes hard, right? Anybody ever throw dirt balls? You know, sometimes when we were boys, we'd go in the park and throw dirt balls at each other because the dirt was all hard. You throw it and the dirt becomes like it hits somebody and goes, okay? It's a dirt ball. Okay, it's fun, dirty fun. Okay? But as soon as you put water into the dirt becomes soft again because it's porous. Okay, it's got holes in it that'll absorb the water. A clay pot is made of dirt. It's a particular type of dirt, but it is dirt. Okay, so once you put the water into it, you can form the clay and make the pot that we see there in our picture. Okay, but then you put it in the fire, and then it hardens the clay into the shape that you made it. But if some discharge, something liquid, some virus, then touches the clay pot, the clay is still dirt. Okay, it's hardened dirt. Okay, it's hardened dirt, but it is still dirt, so it is porous. The wood is not. Okay, the wood is not. Okay, so the clay pot has to be broken because God knows that it's porous because Jehovah made the universe. We didn't evolve from some fish or anything stupid like that. We were created by God. Now God is telling us in his Torah that, yes, Mia?
My mom found something online about wood.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole paragraph there. Move it.
It says, yes, wood is porous and it may draw in liquids and oils from the food you're cooking. However, one study found that those liquids and any bacteria hiding in them do not return to the surface once they're wicked into the wood cells. Those bacteria also do not multiply and eventually die.
Okay, wood is porous, but it doesn't return once you wash it. Okay, it'll get rinsed out, where in the clay pot, it won't do that. It'll stay hidden in the clay pot, just like the dirt balls. Okay, so now it is time to the end of our class. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 28. 1 to 28. Who can guess the number? Jeremiah was first. Tiffany was like, I don't have to answer. Go ahead, Jeremiah. What's the number?
12.
No. Who else wants to take a guess? Lev?
7.
No. Benjamin?
27.
Nope. Jacob?
37. 10.
Nope. 1 to 28. Marley?
Not again.
11.
No.
Ooh.
Yeshua?
11.
No. It is perfection times 3. Perfection times 3. What is perfection times 3? Allie Mae.
21.
Right. Allie Mae, close our last day for this week in prayer. You got to pray, Allie Mae. Come on, show people you love God. I don't care. Let them hear you pray to God. Allie Mae, pray to God. Come on, girl. Come on, show them that there is a greater power than them.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful morning. And thank you for letting us all have another day of life. And thank you for your word so that we can learn it. And thank you for our parents. In Yeshua's name, amen.
Amen. God bless you, Allie Mae. God bless you. Shalom.